The object of today's game is to get more points than your opponent. As you do this, you'll become a master at multiplying by 10. To play the game, you will need a deck of cards and some scratch paper. Create a score sheet where you can keep track of you and your opponent's scores. Shuffle the cards and place them face down in a stack, and now figure out who will go first. For this game, the older player gets to go first. Here's how to play. In this game, aces, tens, jacks, kings, and queens are slider cards. When you draw one, you will slide your cards from the ones place to the tens place and multiply their value by 10. Let's see how it works. Player 1 will draw a card from the stack. As long as it's not a slider card, he will place it in the ones place. Remember, a slider card is an ace, 10, jack, king, or queen. On his second draw, he gets a 2. Since it's not a slider card, he'll add it to the stack in the ones place and draw again. This time he draws a king, a slider card, so he can't draw any more. Remember, he drew a 7 and a 2. Since he drew a slider card then, he slides them to the tens place. The 7 and the 2 are now in the tens place, so they're now worth 7 times 10, which is 70, and 2 times 10, which is 20. So player 1 earns a total of 90 points for his turn. He writes it on the score sheet. Finally, he discards the slider king by placing it in the tens place. And now it's time for his opponent to take her turn. She draws a 4, a 3, a 2, and now a 10. 10 is a slider, so she can't draw any more cards. Remember, she had a 4, a 3, and a 2. When she slides them to the tens place, she will have 4 times 10, which is 40, 3 times 10, which is 30, and 2 times 10, which is 20. Her total points for the round is 90. She writes it on the score sheet. She'll discard her slider card and let player 1 have his next turn. On player 1's next turn, the first card he draws is an ace, which is a slider card. He has nothing in the ones place and nothing to slide to the tens place, so he gets no points. He discards the ace, and it becomes player 2's turn again. The players keep playing in the same way, collecting points from each round. Let's look at one more play. It's player 2's turn again, but they are almost out of cards. She draws a 5, a 4, and an 8, but then she ran out of cards. That means the game is over. Since she didn't have a slider card, her cards are only worth the value in the ones place. So her score for this final round is 17. To find out the winner, just add up the scores from each round. The player with the most points is the winner. If you ever forget how to play the game, rewatch the video to remind you of the rules. Before you play, why don't you practice with some flashcards? This will help make sure you play the game to the best of your ability. Are you ready? Get set, go! How do you feel about multiplying by tens? If you feel like you got it down, go ahead and play the game. If you need a little more practice, just rewind it a bit and do the flashcards again. I bet you're going to do great. Have fun!